personal information of individuals, and please mute your microphones when not speaking. So, apologies for absence. Councillor Barrett has left from the previous meeting, so he's now giving his apologies for this meeting. Are there any declarations of interest, please? None? No, okay, thank you. No chairman's announcements, no public open session. I don't think we've got anybody. We've got Councillor Knight online, but nobody else, no. Any members' questions, please? No, okay, thank you. So we've got the minutes of the last meeting, so we'll go through those page by page. I'm on page 5 of the pack. Are there any corrections to the minutes in this first go through? So page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9. No corrections, so may I sign them as a correct record, please? Yes, thank you. Okay, so matters arising from those minutes. So back again on page 5. Page 6, any matters arising? Page 7. Item D at the bottom of the page, organisation chart and lines of management. We're going to be getting an update on that, I think, later in the meeting. Page 8. And again, there's succession plans there, which I don't think you're particularly going to talk about tonight, but we don't need to lose sight of that for another meeting, please. Third tier posts. We agreed a 3-month notice for managers and senior managers, and then reviewing what notice we give employees. Has anything been done about that at the moment?
So the first part of that paragraph is in place. The second part isn't. It's for one of the things that Helen's on her list of things to do.
Okay, so that can come forward, be minuted tonight and come forward next time. And then the council chamber upgrade.
So, good news is that we've now received, we gave out specifications. We've got the responses in regard to the specifications. Councillor Knight was able to help and assist in regard to checking the technical aspects associated with the training room and also with the chamber. Ernest is doing a piece of work at the moment in regard to affordability. So everything is ready to go. My own sense is that when you factor in all the charges that we've got to date, we're probably looking at circa maybe 8, 9, 10, 11,000 in addition to the current budget that we have for IT, if we were to proceed with this. Once we've clarified the funding related issues, because there's certain elements of that which we're still waiting for, then it will come back to members for their deliberation.
Okay, and we've got down here about new curtains. I'm not sure about that, but we certainly need blinds on these windows. I mean, when we met the ICB the other night, Beth and others were struggling with the sun coming through the windows. So it might be adding blinds.
Okay, so that's one thing we've excluded, so we'll put that back in.
Yeah, well, I don't know what state those curtains are in, but they look all right from here. And if we just get the blinds that...
These don't, oh, these do, yeah.
Yeah, but so we need the blinds on the window rather than replacing curtains, which is what it says in the minute. Everybody happy with that? Yeah, okay, thank you very much. So, moving on, I'd like to ask the committee to defer the items 8, A, B and C to our next meeting. There are policies in place, so it's not completely urgent, but Councillor Alban, I think you'd got something that you wish to ask about this.
Yeah, not all of these, but most of these policies. I found it difficult to know what the target audience might be because of the use of there's a mixed use of second and third person. So in some sections it says you, in some sections it says the employee or an employee, and in some sections that's actually mixed within the section. So I wonder if that can be looked at to see what the best form of words is for that.
And if I could add to that, every time council's referred to, could it have a capital, please? Sometimes it doesn't and sometimes it does. And when my role at the moment as chairman is referred to, sometimes it's the personnel subcommittee, sometimes it's the personnel committee. It is a subcommittee, but I think we normally always refer to it as personnel committee. So when it comes forward to the next personnel meeting, when these policies come forward, could they just be tidied up by that, please?
Of course, we'll tidy the formatting. Yep.
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
Sorry, Chair, can I just add a request onto that one then, if they're going to be tidied up, just to do it at the same time? They refer a lot throughout to she and he. If we could just change it to they and their for the purposes of the times that we operate in, I think that would be helpful as well. Just as you're making the amends, it makes sense to do it all at the same time, please. Thank you.
Yeah, if we're using the third person. Because the point Councillor Alban made was sometimes it's the second and sometimes it's the third person.
Just in terms of making sure that we're supporting everybody in however it's positioned.
Okay. I'm moving on. Are we all happy then that we would defer those? Sorry, Councillor
It's just, may I make an observation? When considering it, could the clerk consider the practicalities, because there's reference to NHS work fitness notes, etc. And I think there's now issues about the medical profession issuing fitness notes. So that may not be appropriate or practical. So perhaps that could be an observation for picking up and how that's dealt with in next time it comes up.
Will do. Yep.
Chairman, just might add that just in addition to that, if members have identified any areas that might be appropriate for officers to look into specifically, perhaps if you share with the chairman and the officers, that might be helpful, because there may be some things they might not pick up on.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So I want to move on. No public still? No, okay. So we're now on to exempt. May we move into exempt session, please?